The chandelier shimmered above Victor Hale's study, diamonds catching the light as though mocking the poverty outside. "I'll make you my heir if you open the safe," he said, leaning back in his leather chair, a slow, cruel smile curling across his face. Outside, the rain battered the city streets. Inside, Dahlia Price stepped forward, her shoes caked in mud, her hands trembling, sleeves torn. Her hair clung to her sweat-streaked face, yet her eyes, bright, unbroken, met his without a flicker of fear. "Hey everyone, excited to share today's story? Subscribe, comment, and catch tomorrow's." Victor laughed, the kind of laugh that could shatter confidence in a heartbeat. "You? You want this?" He gestured toward the massive safe, its polished steel reflecting his smug amusement. "Open it, and everything is yours. Fail, and, well, nothing changes for you." Dahlia swallowed, her stomach twisting, but she didn't look away. Every nerve screamed to flee, to hide from this man who held a fortune she'd never even dreamed of. Yet, beneath her grime, beneath the poverty etched into her hands and face, a quiet defiance shone. The room smelled faintly of old leather and rich cologne, a stark contrast to the damp, sour air clinging to her clothes. She stepped closer, boots scraping against the marble. Her voice was soft, almost swallowed by the space, but it cut through the tension. "I'll try," she said. Victor's smirk faltered for a fraction of a second. Surprise quickly masked. The girl, dirty and broken, had not crumpled. She had chosen to face him, to risk everything, and that moment, that decision, sent a ripple of unease through the billionaire's perfectly ordered world. If you've ever been underestimated because of how you look or where you come from, hold on to that spark, and consider subscribing to witness stories that honor it. Her hand hovered over the cold, metallic surface of the safe. Heart racing, palms slick with sweat, she wondered, what would she risk for a chance at a life she wasn't supposed to touch? And more importantly, did she even deserve it? Dahlia's fingers hovered over the safe's dial, trembling so violently she thought she might drop the key Victor had tossed her. Every muscle screamed to run. Back to the alleys, the rain-soaked cardboard shelters, the life she had always known. Yet she pressed forward, grit etched into every line of her face. Victor stood silently, watching her. His smirk had faded, replaced with a flicker of curiosity. The girl was different. Fragile, yes, but something unbreakable glimmered in her eyes. "Do you really think you can do this?" he asked, voice softer than before, almost questioning. Dahlia didn't answer. Instead, she remembered her mother's words, whispered in a tiny apartment long gone. "You are worth more than the mud that stains you, Dahlia. Never let them tell you otherwise." She inhaled sharply, grit and determination blending in her chest. Slowly, she began dialing. Click, click, click. Victor's laughter returned. But this time it was less cruel, more incredulous. Each correct turn of the dial seemed to unearth a truth he hadn't expected. That courage and brilliance could hide beneath ragged clothes and dirt-streaked cheeks. The final click echoed through the room, and the safe's door swung open. Dahlia froze, hand hovering. Inside, rows of ledgers, bonds, and a single envelope with Victor's name shimmered in the dim light. "What would you have done in her position?" he murmured, almost to himself. And just like that, the room held a mirror to every viewer's own untested courage. If you've ever been judged for who you are on the outside, let this story remind you, there's more inside you than the world sees. Subscribe, and keep witnessing stories that honor hidden strength. Victor stepped closer, his voice trembling for the first time. I never thought anyone like you." His words hung unfinished. Dahlia met him halfway with a quiet dignity, the weight of her past, and the hope of a future intertwining in her gaze. In that moment, The richest man in the room realized that wealth wasn't the only inheritance worth giving, and perhaps neither was it the most valuable. Dahlia stepped fully into the room, her boots clacking against the marble, but this time she carried herself differently. Head high, chest steady. Victor watched, a strange mix of awe and vulnerability in his eyes. The girl who had been Mud Street, trembling and underestimated, had opened the safe and faced him without fear. She held the envelope carefully, fingers brushing the edge of wealth and opportunity. She began, voice steady now. I don't even know where to start. Victor shook his head, a laugh breaking through the tension, softer this time. Start with yourself, he said. You've earned more than a chance. You've earned my respect, my trust. You are my heir. Tears welled in Dahlia's eyes, not for the fortune, but for the acknowledgement, the recognition that she mattered. The ache of years spent unseen, unvalued, faded into this one moment of human connection. Victor extended his hand, not just in business, but in an unspoken apology for every doubt, every laugh, every underestimation. Dahlia took it, her grip firm, warm, alive. Outside, rain began to soften, sunlight peeking through clouds, washing the room in golden light. Dahlia glanced at the city she had once felt apart from, and realized she belonged, not just in wealth, but in hope, courage, and dignity. If this story touched your heart, consider subscribing. Not for me, but for every hidden Dahlia out there waiting to be seen. And in that room, between marble and shadows, dirt and diamonds, two lives forever changed. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope you enjoyed the story. There are plenty more amazing stories coming your way, so don't stop here. Just click on the video showing on your screen and keep watching. I'll see you there.